This guy blindfolded his dog and decided to play a little game with him. Here's the deal, the dog had to nudge a bottle, and no matter where it landed, he'd get the cash placed right there. But you'll never guess this pup's wild reaction. The bottle ended up stopping dead on the biggest bill of all. Right away, the dude cheated and swapped that big cash for a tiny low-value bill. Shockingly, the dog ripped off his blindfold. He totally sensed his owner scammed him and knew he'd earned that big money fair and square. The clever pup snatched what was rightfully his. A bystander watched the whole thing in total disbelief. Now here's the big question, why does this genius, sassy dog only have 2 legs?
People in ancient times could build a bridge like this using only 9 pieces of wood, no nails, no ropes, and no extra materials at all. This design was created about 500 years ago by Leonardo da Vinci. Building a bridge like this without any fasteners is honestly an incredible piece of engineering. It's called Leonardo da Vinci's self-supporting bridge. Each piece of wood presses against the others, creating friction that holds the entire structure together. When weight is added on top, the wooden pieces lock even tighter. The bridge naturally forms an arch shape. It works based on the simple principles of friction and gravity. The more weight you put on it, the stronger and more stable it becomes.
Can't believe it's this baby's first birthday today. His mama woke him up in the middle of the night to hit him with a birthday surprise, until she caught sight of a super strange mark on his face and completely lost it. She panicked so hard she called the doctor straight away. Then plot twist, the mark was just the bed's design imprinted on his face. Total false alarm, everyone breathed a massive sigh of relief. People are flooding the comments with birthday wishes for the kiddo, and the video was getting so many likes. This boy put his baby brother to bed, patting his bottom like a tiny sleep expert while dad watched. Baby finally passed out. Then dad says, go put your sister to bed too. The kid just looks at her and says, you heard him, bed. Now, the girl instantly fell asleep. So the sister's the real menace, clearly. Look at this. As soon as this little kid got home from school, rainwater had pooled up in the roadside drain. The water was too wide for the kid to cross and get back home safely. A man riding a bike saw the whole thing. He picked the child up and carried him across the drain. After that, he tied a big heavy stone to his bike, rode it over near the kid's house, and set the stone right across the drain. Now the kid can cross easily without any trouble at all. And sadly, such a kind act only got 2 likes. This guy put a fake brick on top of his white lab's head and faked smashing it, then treated the dog to a tasty roasted chicken leg. The black dog quickly reached out to hold him back, meaning it also wanted to try this fun game. The owner then pulled out a genuine brick, yet the black dog swatted it away with its paw. Isn't this poor black dog worthy of a better way to play? The pet mom taught her kitty how to ask for food whenever she feels hungry. She showed her how to ring the small bell, and told her ringing it means food is coming real soon. The super smart cat understood perfectly right away. After that day, she just kept ringing the bell over and over, even interrupting her owner's work. Each time the owner comes over, the cheeky cat just stares at her with a face that says, where's my food already?
This man blindfolded his dog and decided to play a little game with him. The dog would nudge a bottle, and wherever it stopped, that was the cash prize he'd win. But what happened next was unbelievable. The bottle landed on the highest value bill, so the man quickly swapped it for a smaller one. Then the dog opened his eyes. Somehow, he instantly knew he had won the big money and snatched what was rightfully his. The man stood there in total shock. But one question remains. Why does this genius dog only have 2 legs?
Hand an elephant a banana? It'll just pop it in its mouth and gobble it down easy. But toss it a coconut, and it'll hold it in its mouth and just sit there, not eating it at all. Let me tell you, elephants are total geniuses. They can tell the coconut hasn't been opened. They won't even attempt to eat it whole. Instead, they use their trunks to move the coconut onto the ground, then stomp it open with their feet. As soon as the shell breaks, they tuck into the soft, tasty inside. These friends found a tricycle bigger than a truck. They decided to give it a try. A farmer made it with super huge wheels. They climbed a tall platform to get on it, just like a swing ride. The farmer stood next to it, and the size difference was shocking. He then showed his futuristic multifunctional car. He built a giant car all by himself. He had no plans and no team. Still, the car works perfectly. This kitty didn't like watermelon at all on its first try. As soon as it ate the sweet watery red flesh, it became super happy immediately. From then on, it wanted to share every meal with its owner. The owner tried sneaking food under the blanket, but the cat always appeared out of thin air. It seized every chance to taste all kinds of delicious food. It was so greedy that it even licked the TV screen watching food videos. If you laughed at it, remember to leave a like. A dog casually walked into a shop and held something in its mouth, which made the shopkeeper mistake it for a thief. Yet upon getting closer, we found the dog just came to ask for a toy. The shopkeeper felt upset and refused its request firmly. The smart dog then grabbed a brick around and glared at the shopkeeper with a threatening look. The shop owner got frightened instantly and gave the toy to the dog without delay. If you laughed while watching this, remember to like, subscribe and send this cute tough dog a heart in comments. The family was opening Christmas gifts, so Dad hooked their dog up with a present too. The sad pup immediately got hyped and tore into the box with his mouth. He went turbo fast when he saw something blue inside. Once it was open, he was overjoyed grabbing his gift. Still, no one paid him any mind.
This man went to one of the smartest monkeys in the forest with 4 pieces of wood in his mouth. The monkey angrily pulled the pieces of wood out of the man's mouth, but it clearly expected something in return. The man was amazed at how clever the monkey was and even showered him with kisses. The milk it wanted was finally given, and the monkey happily ran away. But why does this adorable monkey only have 2 likes?
Why did this cute cat get a little reward for playing with Bubbles? It hopped and bounced around chasing Bubbles all day long. Its eyes were full of curiosity, looking lively, lovely and super playful.
Look at this. This little puppy fell into the pool. The clever mother dog immediately grabbed a life ring in her mouth and stretched it toward her puppy. But no matter how hard they tried, the puppy's mouth kept slipping off the ring, and they just couldn't make it work. Time was running out because the puppy was about to lose strength from the cold water. Still, neither of them gave up. After trying again and again, they made one final effort with all their strength, and at last, the puppy was saved. But why did this heroic mother dog only get 2 likes? When these 2 dogs started fighting over a piece of meat, the owner did something unexpected. He didn't split the meat fairly. Instead, he tossed the smaller piece to the black dog, which made him very sad. The next day, the unfair owner gave them pizza. Once again, he handed the black dog only a tiny piece while the white dog got more. But the white dog noticed everything and decided to take action. At the next meal, he refused to eat and gently tapped the black dog with his paw, signaling that the black dog should eat first. From that moment on, whenever good food appeared, the white dog always reminded the owner not to be unfair. If you think he's a hero, leave a like. This hippo was definitely not a fan of the zookeeper's little prank game. The moment it opened its mouth, waiting patiently to be fed, the zookeeper purposely cut holes in a watermelon and a wintermelon, then placed them right over the hippo's teeth. The poor hippo tried its best to chew, but no matter how hard it worked, it couldn't bite into anything. Completely confused, it looked like it was questioning all of its life choices.
In South Korea, people are making balloon bouquets instead of traditional flower wrapping. They arrange fresh flowers inside big clear balloons, creating a modern design that really catches the eye. It turns an ordinary bouquet into something totally unique, perfect for birthdays and all kinds of events. Just a simple change in presentation makes fresh flowers feel brand new all over again. The Chinese hollow out lotus pods for one seriously genius reason. Once every seed is carefully taken out, you're left with tons of tiny cavities arranged in a perfect geometric pattern. The empty lotus pod is then left to dry for days until it hardens and holds its shape perfectly. After that, the top is cut open to clear out all loose debris inside, letting light shine right through every hole. Designers have spent years trying to copy this natural magic. The end result? Gorgeous lotus pod lamps that turn one single light bulb into hundreds of glowing spots, lighting up and decorating the whole room beautifully. Have you ever wondered what makes orcas eat ice rather than drinking water directly? Many people simply believe they prefer ice more, but that isn't actually the case. Orcas are very susceptible to dehydration, despite staying in the water all day, because they do not drink water at all. When offered drinking water, they take it for seawater and refuse to consume it. In the wild, they maintain hydration through the fresh fish they hunt, as these fish contain plenty of natural fluids. However, in captive environments, their food is entirely frozen, and frozen fish loses most of its internal moisture. Therefore, eating ice becomes their only way to replenish water. Even so, you still haven't liked this video. In Japan, once a bathroom's tile work is done, the worker has to take a special test right in front of the homeowner. They drop some balls from up high. The whole point of this test is to check if the water drainage slope is perfectly aligned. If every ball rolls smoothly toward the drain, the job passes inspection. This worker did such a professional job that all 3 balls rolled straight to the perfect spot. But even with that perfect work, he still didn't get a single like. Believe it or not, horses can sip straight from a cup and not leak a single drop, only if there's orange Gatorade inside. Sure, they need extra electrolytes after working up a big sweat, yet Gatorade is far from suitable for them. Loads of sugar in it will disrupt their stomach health, plus fruity drinks make them super picky and refuse to drink regular water. Just get them salt blocks as a proper substitute. No windows in your room? No problem, you can still have sunlight. Let me tell you, this is not a real window. It's a Chinese fake skylight, and it's shockingly lifelike. They built in a solar simulator that copies the sun, the blue sky, and even how light naturally drifts through the air. Grab the remote, and you can flip between harsh midday sun and a nice mellow warm sunset. Chill there long enough, and your brain will straight up fool you into thinking you're outside. This family has a strange but adorable tradition. Whenever a younger kid has a loose tooth, they call in the pet parrot. The parrot gets close to the child's mouth, somehow senses the loose tooth, and pulls it out pain-free. And after all that, not a single like or subscribe. Cool. Look at this. This guy just wanted to feed a watermelon to a hippo, but as soon as he tossed it, the chubby hippo missed the catch, and the watermelon splashed straight into the water. The poor hippo looked so sad, like he was waiting for another try, so the guy came back with another watermelon. This time when he threw it, it hit the hippo right on the nose and dropped into the water again. The guy felt really bad about it, so the next day he came back with 2 watermelons. This time the hippo finally caught it perfectly, and while he was happily enjoying his snack, another hippo slowly walked up asking for one too. The guy said no at first, but in the end he gave that hippo a watermelon as well. And after all that, not a single like was left for these adorable hippos. Yeah, I bet you've never seen this disaster before. This is how humans feel after a geo sheds. Geos are extremely vulnerable when they're shutting, but congrats, you're now the problem. You're not supposed to do this, it's a natural process. Doing it manually? Oh, thanks to you, it actually hurts the geo and might rip their limbs off. Only step in if the skin is dead and literally stuck on the geo, otherwise, just stop. The little short-legged cat planned to go downstairs and stepped on Father Cat by accident. Father Cat wanted to punish it, while Mother Cat protected it right away and scared him off. Mother Cat dotes on the kitten, plays with it and tucks it in softly. The playful kitty always creeps out to have fun. It failed to fool its sleeping mom, so it acted cute instead. Mom still made it sleep on time. The kitten tried running away but was stopped. Sadly, this sweet cute kitten has 0 likes. 2 little puppies were having a spinning contest in the park, trying to see who could spin the fastest. All of a sudden, one pup took a hard tumble and was still dazed and confused right then. Its best buddy lost balance and crashed down too, landing perfectly right on top of it as a fluffy living cushion. Show them some love and hit the like button to comfort these adorable puppies. The little pup can't reach its food at all. To let it eat easily, the big dog bends over steadily and lets the puppy step on its butt to sneak food. It spoils the little guy so badly, it's both funny and adorable. Animals are full of warm love, such a heartwarming silly scene. Don't forget to hit the like. The boy dropped a piece of sausage while cutting it. His little dog went over and acted like nothing happened. It sat down cleverly to hide the sausage. The boy didn't notice the dog's little secret. Even after the boy left, the dog was still worried about being caught. At last, the dog ate the sausage. Still, no one has given this funny pup a like. These 2 dogs are carrying another pup right on their necks. They're literally wearing it like a fluffy warm scarf. This weird and funny scene is beyond imagination. They play around in such a hilarious way. It's too cute and ridiculous. What a funny group of silly furry buddies. Hit the like. Curiosity killed the cat. The candle was placed nicely there, but this cat just couldn't help poking it with its paw. One paw got badly burnt right away. It stared at its scorched paw, then looked at the other cat next to it, so embarrassed and funny. Don't forget to hit the like button. A girl noticed an adorable little cat nearby and greeted it nicely. The second she poured milk out, the cat got extremely thrilled and kept craving the milk. She playfully teased the cat by holding the milk out and drawing it back many times. The clever cat still refused to quit. It managed to find its own way to get the milk smoothly. Then it drank all the milk rapidly in one go. After eating its fill, the cat wore a satisfied look, as if asking viewers to give it a like.
A stray cat mother cautiously moved over the slippery rocks, holding a halibut in her mouth. Normally, she would have swallowed the fish in one bite by now, but she didn't, because there were 3 hungry little mouths waiting in the crevices of the rocks. She couldn't run. The rocks were slicker than an ice rink, and one wrong move would send her tumbling. Worse still, a black cat was closing in on her, with a clear goal, her dinner. The black cat was relentless, its gaze demanding, either leave the fish and let me pass, or leave yourself. Suddenly, her foot slipped, and the fish fell. In that split second, the mother cat glanced back at the approaching black cat, panic in her eyes. But there was no hesitation in her mouth. She quickly lowered her head, picked up the fish again, and with her body taut like a stretched string, she carefully inched forward. The black cat paused for a moment. Perhaps it was the mother's swift, decisive move, or maybe it was the desperation in her eyes. After a brief hesitation, it turned and walked away. The mother cat didn't celebrate. She didn't even dare to catch her breath. Holding the fish in her mouth, she walked from the shore to the fields, then circled back to the rock crevice. Her paws were worn down, her stomach as empty as an accordion, but she didn't take a single bite. Finally, a faint mewing came from the crevice. She released the fish onto the ground, and a few little balls of fur rushed to devour it. She stepped aside, licking her cracked lips, and sat quietly. True strength isn't measured by how much you can take. It's measured by how much you can resist. We often teach children how to get more, but we seldom teach them how to withstand hunger. The latter is the true starting point of responsibility. A child who can resist the temptations before them, leaving resources for those who need it more, will never lose their direction, no matter where they go in life. On this square, a silent hunting plan is unfolding. A little cat has locked its sights on a pigeon on the ground. It lowers its body, creeping forward, eyes filled with concentration. But just then, a dog comes running over, not attacking, not barking, but just jumping around the cat, running in circles, distracting it. The cat glances up, seemingly a little frustrated, but quickly hunches back down, refocusing on the pigeon. The dog, however, won't give up. It keeps interrupting the cat's every move. Strangely enough, the pigeon hasn't flown away. The cat decides to remain still, thinking patience is key, and lies there waiting. The dog watches the cat, and then, as if copying, also lies down. But clearly, the dog can't hold still for long. Finally, unable to contain itself any longer, the dog dashes straight at the pigeon, and in an instant, the pigeon takes off. All the cat's waiting and preparation down the drain. This little cat-dog pigeon skit is oddly similar to moments we often experience in life. Some people plan meticulously, only to have their rhythm constantly interrupted by external distractions. Others are busy for no reason, only to end up ruining what could have been a successful outcome. And the opportunity, like that pigeon, won't wait forever. The truly wise doers know that it's not enough to just focus on their goals. They must also learn how to shut out the noise. Otherwise, your hard work might just end up being the backup act to someone else's impatience.